Hi, I'm going to show you one inning of MLB today. We are going to do Grapefruit League, Yankees, Phillies, Tampa will be the Yankees.
It's a division matchup. Yankee baseball.
We'll make our pitcher CC. Okay, and we'll keep that lineup this way.
Spring training, welcome back, everybody. Teams working out the kinks here in Florida. I'm Gary Thornton, Steve Phillips, and John Front. Focus, determination, and a ton of talent. CC Sabathia, he'll be in our ballgame. Here's a look at our starter for Tampa Bay. Steve, what do you think his strategy is going to be against this Yankees lineup?
Well, the offense is going to be important to support this good right-handed pitcher on the mound today. He's facing a great lineup. This team can put some runs up on the board. So if his club could score early, it could take some of the pressure off of him and allow him to get in the strike zone a little earlier in the count.
Now here's the lineup in the books for Joe Girardi. Any of these bats stand out, John?
Well, a lot of times you watch Derek Jeter play, and you don't see that real exciting, wow-type player. But what he does by the end of the season, the numbers are always consistent. And what he does, though, better than anyone in baseball, is he does the little things that help your team win. The fundamentals are key with Derek Jeter. Play ball!
Drill towards the hole, and Johnson makes the catch.
So 1 out.
Now we'll take a quick look at the Rays and their alignment defensively. John, anyone in particular that we want to keep an eye on?
Well, I love Evan Longoria, the way he plays his position, the great quick hands, the accurate, strong throwing arm, and he has a great ability of charging the ball and barehanding and throwing to first better than anyone in the game.
And here's Curtis Granderson.
Well, to win the American League East, you need to win in the American League East. The New York Yankees had an above 500 record, but it wasn't good enough, and that differential between them and the Tampa Bay Rays cost them the title.
Base is empty, 1 out.
So power swing for this Granderson, look at the damage you can do with 70 power.
The pitch. Swung on line to right center field, and it's in there for the Yankees, their first. And Granderson stretching it now. And when you look at the numbers the Yankees had against the American League East, what put them over the top, 38-34 against the East, was that 13-5 mark against the Orioles.
That's right. I mean, listen, they had a losing record against the Toronto Blue Jays and against the Tampa Bay Rays, which ultimately affected where they came out in the standings.
Mark Teixeira. He has 1 more also. Granderson, 87 feet.
Granderson, the lead at second.
We're going to steal.
Hey, trying to steal third. And it's in there. Granderson's going to try and score. And he's in there. Get to take a look at one here that probably should have been to first base.
Well, he had the burners on coming out of the batter's box and rounding first base. Great aggressiveness on his part. He didn't let up, and he gets in safely.
No indecision when he got to first base.
That's how you get in safely and separate.
And here's Alex Rodriguez looking to bring that runner home. Well, they've done themselves quite a job here. This is a nice push at this point of the ball game to get out in front.
Well, that's a good piece of hitting right there to take an early lead in this game.
One out, a runner on at second base.
We're going to do contact swing with A-Rod, not power.
Line to deep left field. It's up against the wall on a bounce. And yes, they are able to bring him home.
Well, he likes that ball up in the zone. He can see it well. He can pound it for a base hit and drive it in a run.
And this is called manufacturing runs the old-fashioned way.
Now, there's so many different ways to do it. Lump the base hits together.
Kennedy. So A-Rod serves here. easy though.
Here's the pitch. Oh, fastball runs inside. That'll dust him off a little.
Well, you heard of a message in a bottle? Well, that's a message with a pitch. Don't crowd my plate.
Ready with a 1-0. This one's pretty well hit to deep left center. One bounce onto the wall. Rodriguez scores.
Well, they need a big out right here, Jeremy, to get us the runs in this inning. They need to get outs right now, just again to show that they can get them.
We'll see Nick Swisher, man on second. So the direction here, Steve, for this lineup, just stay in charge. Right now they are.
Okay, these guys are really swinging the stick. They came out ready to hit today, no question about that.
Yeah, if you're the pitcher, though, it's more like somebody's got a stick and he's poking you in the eye. That's on that off-speed pitch, but can't connect 0-1.
Well, if he doesn't get somebody out soon here, Jerry, I'm going to poke myself in the eye. These guys are taking advantage of every mistake he makes.
So, he knows that we have base. Take a little lead off with there, special. Up.
Pitch on the way. And it's 0-2. Swisher, contact time.
Well, he doesn't like to mess around. You get 0-2 on him, he's coming at you with fastball.
Say 0-2.
Swung on, that is hit. Brignac set to go. There's one. And Longoria is there to complete the double play.
Should have
And a great way to start in the first. They get 3 runs off the bad pitch. The Yankees lead it 3-0.
Run. Let's see, pitching. And how
And CC Sabathia is pitching. New York's got him starting this one.
Longoria always warns you not to play him. It's just unhealthy. Or
He's
we'll
the
probably
mound,
start
he's
him
an
out. Let's
absolute
see.
workhorse on the mound. He'll take the ball deep into the game, and he has the assortment of pitches to get
Longoria, that's third.
lefties and righties down. An explosive fastball that he can ferry that slider down and into the right hand.
Oh, and he lays off the fastball. Good pitch, 1-1.
Gary, the numbers seem to indicate he likes to go fastball on a 1-1 count, trying to get back ahead again.
That one swung on its line. And he's on. That's a nice way to jumpstart your offense. Here's the offensive lineup for the Rays. Now, John, anyone in particular we should keep an eye on?
Well, Mayor Bears is one of the best right-handed hitters I've ever seen play the game of baseball as far as producing runs. But now at the twilight of career, it's not as consistent as it used to be. But for one game, Matty can do special things. Look for some special things today.
Sabathia with a windup. Damon plays off the low
Same
pitch.
controls as
Lifetime numbers, 6 for
10
23 off
Major
Sabathia.
League Baseball. Pretty very simple.
Got the bat on
Of course,
that.
you can always make it
Granderson's
harder,
there.
make it easy.
That's one way.
He wants
Here's a look at how the Yankees will match up defensively. Thoughts, John? Anybody standing up?
Well, the leader of the team, that's Derek Jeter. You'll see him not only make a routine play, turn a double play when it needs to be turned, but he's also the guy that will go in and talk to the pitcher to settle it down and get the out that they need. Get it to Jeter and make the play.
There's one on, and here's another Longoria.
For a long time, when the Rays ought to be in a competitive position with how they matched up against other American League teams. 2010, they showed they turned that around.
Let's try and start now.
First pitch of fastball, that's in there for a strike. And obviously for the Rays each year, when you look at the East, you figure what they're going to do against New York and Boston.
That's a major factor, no question about it. 10-8 against the Yankees, and then going 11-7 against the Boston Red Sox. And the Rays bullpen, a major differential between both of those teams that made the difference.
A smash towards the hole.
Let's take a quick look at Epic Longoria's season last year. 7th batting average in front of his scoring position. 8th in triples. Last season, he definitely drove in the runs, one of the top 10 in RBIs. Some key clutch hits for him, getting the job done, a major part of his team's offensive production.
2 on. Here's Manny Ramirez. Season record 2 for 3 last year. Off-season sabbatical. Fastball foul to the plate that time. Spins, checks him at second, and he dives back safely. That one swung on, missed by Ramirez, and evens up the count.
Well, the Yankees came up just a little bit short in 2010, being the wild card winner, losing out to the Tampa Bay Rays. That head-to-head matchup in 2010 was the difference in the game.
The Yankees were in a position, they would take the position right up to the bitter end. Boston was always looking to apply for the couple W's to get some. That's what happened.
Isn't it funny? We always talk about this Boston and the Yankees. It looked like it was going to be Rays and the Yankees, but Boston said, wait a minute, we want to make some noise here as well.
Dahl strikes the Matthews guy on 1. Here's the pitch. That's right down Broadway, 0-2 now.
The hitter now needs to protect the plate. Think about going right back up the middle.
Fastball is a waste pitch that time, 1-2. A big swing and a miss, bends over, strike 3.
2 outs now. Those runners are still standing on base. Let's see if he can find his way out of this with the lead intact.
And B.J. Upton will stand in 2 down. This is the time to be a hero. Team's down. Hit right here, go right back to the ball game.
No question about that. A hit right here puts them right back in this game. It changes the whole complexion.
This is swung on, lifted to deep right field. Swisher's there. And the side's retired as they head into the dugout.
That's 1 inning of play for Major League Baseball 2000.
And the Yankees, it'll be their turn.
There's the case. Get it, and don't forget your can. That's the game
this evening, it is a
for $1 million.
baseball.
Go for it. Always like a challenge. That's my preview Major League Baseball 2011.